the water warm first. Get back on shower. Allergies look like they're already picking up. Her eyes are pretty dark too. My mom's trying something different, so we're gonna try it. She tried the angel eyes and it didn't really do anything, so. Rule 1, bathing. You don't know how they're gonna react, you don't know them. Start from the back. Go slow. Where I'm also going to do the anals. Anals. I'm going to just lift it up to where my hand is at the base of the tail. I'm not yanking anything. It's just, you just want to get it up, and then you just push it a little bit past half, and then on their thing, like right next to their hole, there's going to be 2 sacs, and it's that movement. I do it above, and then I pull it straight out. I do a 3 squeeze thing. 1, 2, 3. If I don't get it in 3 squeezes, then there's something else. But those were normal, those were great. I usually put it in here. I'm not doing that today. Come here, honey. We're rubbing it. We're gonna rub it. Okay. A little bit of aroma. Flatten the ears, flatten the ears. Get your fingers in there. I usually use my fingers to scrub their face. I do have a little comb. These little, I don't know if it's a flea comb or what. I've had this thing forever, but if they did have boogers, you could lightly comb that out. And I'm very generous with the shampoo. I'm not worried about it. You know, you can get down in their little footies, little massagey. You know, it's just like washing your hair. You know when you've gotten down to the skin or to your scalp, and that's what I feel for. I mean, anybody can just throw shampoo on a dog, but it's getting it all the way down is what you need to be doing. And again, I'll start from behind. Push it back. It's hard to do it while I'm doing it, but when I'm rinsing it, I'm constantly like pushing it back, so it's not. I just saw myself in the mirror. It startled me. So it's constantly out of her face. I don't want to do anything down, and I definitely don't do anything to her face. And keeping the ear pinched, basically at the base of the ear. Wasn't that good? You can really see it, right? The bottom of the ear and the top of the ear, and I just keep it to where the water goes off, and then I can push it down. And then this part is self-explanatory. Now, I'm going to probably mute this next part. I'm just doing a once over. drying. Leave her be. Okay, be right back. Testing, 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 testing. Can you hear me over the dryer? Can you hear me over the dryer, Harley? Huh? You want to get it back? Okay. This is my first tip. Before I go and force dry, just picking, this is a soft slicker brush. Can't even read it anymore. I don't know why. It's all like banged up. But it's from Flying Paw Fit. You can't read it. I don't want to show you. It's a softer, slicker brush, and it's kind of a dupe to the Christensen brush, which is this, Coral. This one is very grippy. It's very grippy. Has its purposes, but for a small dog with light skin. Anyway, first thing you're going to do is comb everything down. Yes, it's a little wet. This is the magic right here. This is my new thing I've been doing. This is just water. And if it was like really dry, I would just do a little spritz. And I'm going to comb everything down and brush everything down. Okay. Combing it over very lightly. And take it so I can get the bottom half. With my fingers so I know where all the stuff is back there. You're going to hear me say a lot, parting and lines. Use a little spritz just to help it out. Sometimes it doesn't really help. I mean, sometimes the hair is just curly. This does make a huge difference. This has made a huge difference in the quality of my work. I comb backwards very lightly. Get the ear. There's the end of the ear, so I'm brushing the bottom half. Just to separate the hair is all I'm doing. Mom wants the face shorter today. We're just trying to shave out a lot of that. Now, I'm going to fluff her up real quick with the dryer on low, and it blows all that stuff up. Now she has got something else, so she doesn't come perfectly straight. I don't have a stand dryer, so I just got one of these hair dryers, and I'm just going to fluff her up a little. Yes, it's a process, but it's worth it. Again, I got some Shampooing, 1, 2, a little light spritz. I'm going to put it on warm. Did you notice I brushed it down? Back in the, that makes a difference. It really makes a difference. So, this is how I'm doing it these days. I can't wait to get new clippers for home. First, I'm going to do her pads. Let's see with this. Here. Pick up their leg, let it bend in its natural state, gliding over. I normally do this with a 30 blade. I don't have one, so I'm using a 15. Good enough. I'm not a perfectionist. There's no need to be. This is going to grow out in a week. And I don't need to spend 5 minutes on one pad when I know that that's fine. And part of that thinking is because I know I'm going to see her in a month. It's something I'm going to be eventually going into, and it's called, I call it the lead. It's probably the most important thing in grooming. You can go past the pad a little if I want. This one, I'm just going to tilt it a little. It's still in her range of motion. And I still got my 15. It's fine. Triangle. Go down a little bit, get that out. And I may even take that shorter between her eyes because I want all this brown, as much of it out. Taking that off. But when you're scooping eyes, it's not all the way down the nose, although there's nothing wrong with that. People like what they like, but it's a triangle. So when you take the clippers, what am I doing? Lightly, you just want to be able to feel that they're moving. You're not trying to grip for life. And you're taking half of the blade into the corner, and it goes up like a triangle, and then you flip it like a triangle. So you're getting this part right here. Sometimes I've done this too. I've gone straight down. It's whatever. Whatever gets the job done. You know? Okay, I've got my 10 blade. And you grab her tail and her leg. There's her thing. I'm going to go straight out to her kneecap, basically. There's that tuck. I want to go out. I want to scoop out. And then I'm going to just make a line up a little bit. And against that. It's like wipe, and go down. And then I'm going to reverse it over here. Now, a potty trail, lightly pick up her tail. Anything that got missed in the tub, I'm basically going at an angle, and I'm sliding over it. And I do go up a little bit. Now on my clients, they like a little bit of a little trail. A lot of my dogs I do here are older, so they like that. I don't have a problem with it. I think it makes it easy. Now, just pick her up and let her rest. And then anything I missed, I'm going to come back. But that tuck is what you have to be careful of. You just lightly go up. Yeah. Scoop it up. Okay? She also does not like her nails. So, again, always start from the back. Sorry, I just realized this isn't working. You guys can see okay. Now this is rough. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap my arm around her, and it's like I'm hugging her. It's like that same thing. I'm gonna get her tail out of the way, and I'm gonna let her pick up her leg in shape as, in shape. And then my index finger and my thumb control the toe. This is how I can get through it so fast, is I'm not just willy-nilly. She's got white nails, so it's a lot easier, but my whole process is, here's the pad, I go out and back to the pad. I'm just doing this straight line, and then when I get to the quick, I round the top and underneath. I basically kind of do a circle. And if I need to, I'll go over the top a little bit more, because sometimes the nail, there's more thickness on that top part. Okay. Back and forth. I see the quick. Okay, I'm going over the top and around the bottom. And then I feel my finger to make sure I'm getting that bottom little thing, because a lot of times doing this, it'll create an edge. With my fingers. Still got her in a huggy position. Okay, looks good. And if I need to, I can always come back and round it off some more. She hates it, she really does. Alright, so I'm going to see if I can just speed through this so I'm not torturing her. It's okay, baby. Okay. Come here, sweetie. Okay. This one, same thing. I'm over her. I'm doing it from behind so she's not seeing me. Get my two fingers to control the finger. Her little toenail. And she doesn't like it, so it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. She really has gotten to where she hates it. It's okay. It's okay. Let's see if she'll let me do it frontwards. I doubt it though. Okay. Are you mad? Are you mad? Correct. I'm just going to take some off. She normally doesn't growl, so I'm just going to, she might be just having a bad day. So if I can just take some off, we'll let it go for today. Doesn't have to be perfect. Her stress is my number one thing I pay attention to. I don't want her to get stressed out to where next time she's like, she'll remember what I did. See? And if I couldn't do it at all, even on the lowest speed, we're walking away. It's not, her well-being is the most important thing. So now we're going to move on. This is something that's really good about having clients I know so well, is I know what she's been through. Oh, sweetie. You got really upset. Okay. All right. She's not having an easy couple of months. She lost her dad, and it was a long sickness and blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to go into all that. Upset myself. So. All right, so this is the plan. I'm not going to dawdle on her. I think she needs to rest. I'm just going to get her done. I'm going to do a 5/8, also what I call a zero lift. And I'm going to start from the back. Usually I'll just start here now. And do a line. I'm basically starting from the middle, kind of like where the shoulder blades are. And I start my line. And come over. Like mowing the grass. Just kind of making a line. And then I get to the base of the tail. That's where I stop. And my finger's up here so I know where. Now she gets it all over, so I'm just going to go down a little bit. Being mindful of that tuck. And do these lines like this. Now I'm going to come over. Back at the beginning of that line. And to the other side. Keeping my eyeball on her. Yeah? What's up, baby? What's up? Yeah. All right. Brush it up. You literally can't see me. Sorry. I'm sure eventually I'll get the GoPro or something, but I'm still in the early stages, so you know I'm gonna just walk it and see how it goes. Okay, so there's one leg. I'm not going to go through the whole groom. I'm just going to show you what I'm doing here. And hopefully you guys can see. Keeping the table clear. First thing I'm going to do is comb it down. And going from behind the pad, I'm just going to cut a line. And then I'm just seeing where it's folding, and I'm going to cut. It's almost like you're cutting a box, you know. And I'm going to comb it up. Do a little shape. And then I divide it in half. I know this is like the worst angle. I divide it in half. I divide the foot in half, and I just take a little bit until I get to that line I cut. Here's that square part, and you take that off. Now I'm going to go back to the middle. I actually have my scissors turned. For some reason I like doing it that way. Back here, take that other corner off. It's very slight. The lift took off basically what I needed. So now I fluffed it up. I got my chunkers. I'm holding all the bits. I see, I basically want to cut a line, okay, from up here, and I'm aiming right here. I'm not going in, I'm just taking these ends off. And it'll meet to the back of that foot. It's very slight with her. Now I have this stuff up here. Again, I'm going to make sure I know where I am. And I'm doing a circle. Comb is your best friend. Still back here, hands by the tuck. I know where my leg is, and now I'm just kind of filling in this middle part a little bit. There's the tuck. I'm creating down to that crook. Going down to that little area there. You're basically just creating a line to here. Creating a line to here. There'll be other dogs I'm sure will turn out better. Clean anything up. Bring this down. This is really hard to do. It really is. Okay. I'm going to pull this back a little bit so that I can stretch this out a little bit so that I can get in here. I hope my head's not going to be away. It probably is. And I'm just taking off those underneath parts. Again, just going to comb it in a line diagonally. And sometimes I use my scissors because I actually scissor faster. So I'm just going to be quiet and just kind of get her done so I'm not, because it takes a long time to try and talk and do this. You know, she's not feeling well, so. But my point is, I do one leg at a time. I've not even done anything up there. This foot's a little bit different because this is my side of the dog because I'm left-handed. I don't divide it in half. I actually just start at the side and go around. And sideways. There's the back right there. Go to the top here. Come down around here. Don't be afraid to move the dog, as long as it's not hurting them. Normally I walk around them more, but I'm trying to not move the camera every 5 seconds. The lighter you hold them, the more you can get down. The tighter you try to grip them, the more they're going to fight. Isn't that wild? Back of the head, straight line, line, line. Scissors, I rest. It's like once I hit here, I know I'm in the back. I don't know how that makes any sense, but I know I'm where I need to be. Your other hand is key to efficiency. I know that if I tilt her elbow out just a little bit, just like we can tilt ours out, then I can get in there and get it closer. And as soon as I get something started, I can basically let it go. But I still know that right here is where I started my line. And all this stuff will make sense as we go. Right now I'm sure it's like a foreign language. Keeping your table clear is key. This is a spot that always likes to hide. I just want to blend it from the back straight down. So it looks like it just came right out. Down. Again, I've got her joint. Actually, she's not moving, I am. Just so I can feel if she's gonna pull or whatever. At least gives me that long to let go or whatever. And then I come down just to keeping everything in line. Don't take off very much. You can always take off more, but if you just take a little bit at a time. And don't be afraid to go back over something you just did. I constantly work around the dog, always. And this leg, I'm just going to pull it up a little bit just so I can expose the corner of that elbow. And then from here, I'm basically just wanting to, well, first of all, make sure it's got my line started. And then I'm going to create a line that meets to the back of the pad. Every dog is different. Sometimes they come out better than other times. Notice I comb down when I'm done. Gives me a second to look at it. Do I need to just take some off? Leave it. Alright, so where are we at? Okay. Her head doesn't come out the best. I'm resting her head on my hand and I'm just kind of holding the hair. It's just so that I can feel how she's moving. I'm not trying to hold too tight. I can't stress that enough. I know what it looks like, but it's not. It's not that. So I'm just going to comb half of it. I don't know if I like scissors. So I'm going to try these ones. Okay. Corner of the eye. I'm actually at an angle. I'm not straight up and down. I'm kind of bending my wrist back toward me because I'm creating a curve. Okay. Put this out of the way. Okay, and I'm gonna, with her hair, I do that. I just do a little like that. Now what I'm doing is I'm just going to create something roundish. my finger is right here in that nook right there. I can really feel how she's moving, and then my other finger just sets on top. It's very light. Down. I'm just taking a little bit off the top because I like her little poofy head. But let's see here. Let's hold this back. Okay. And her ears are long, so I can kind of hold it. Okay. And comb out. Come forward. Fluff it up. Right where that thing is on their ear that we were talking about. Straight line. Straight line. Okay. Now her mom wants her face a little bit shorter, so we will be going shorter. I'm going to fluff this side up. Same thing, right at that base, I'm going to go straight down. Okay. Take this right here at the neck, and out. She wants it shorter, but I'm thinking she wants that shorter. And again, I'm underneath that nook and comb out. I'm very lightly with my comb. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to take this and I'm going to meet it up to the ear. And this is meeting to the back of the neck. Okay. Comb it down. Make sure this line is crisp. Let that go for a minute. Turn around. Okay. See, here's the back of the ear, and here's the bottom of the neck, so I'm coming in. Let's just run that down a little bit, get it out of our way. Okay. And when I look at her from behind, I see a bubble here. I'll take that, and I'm going straight back and forth. Front of the face. Maybe. Now, I'm going to comb this straight up, straight to the eyeballs. Be careful. And I'm taking all that off. The other side, pull it straight up. I'm pulling it and I'm pulling it up towards the eye. That way when they're running in the wind, guess what's not going in their little eyeballs? Comb it all back down. See, put the ears back. I really don't have a lot of control here, so I'm just lightly. I want this line to meet. All right. along it forward, including the sides. Take a look. And honestly, I want to just get my scissors on this. Sometimes when it's really wispy like that, I need my scissors to take those ends off. See what happens when I do that. Combed it back. I literally just combed it back and then fluffed it up, and now I've got more. It's all in these little combs. I don't know how groomers do it without a comb. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no right or wrong if you're putting out good work. Now, if you comb this straight up carefully, you can get that front bit off, because sometimes there's always this little hook thing that likes to hide. Okay, let's take a look. I know that Kinley is amused because I've spent more time on her as I'm talking. Let me see, baby. And I'm just holding her neck so I can take a look. And I'm going to take a 40 on her because of her eyes. And then I'm calling it good. Right, girl? Keep this on low. Yeah. Love you so much. Sometimes I trim her tail, sometimes I don't. Sorry, sweetie. Okay, on it good. Let's get you a bandana. I can't do good pictures or anything, but I do make sure I have a bandana for them. You can always do a last check. Happy with that. And we are going to do some spring water and cucumber. Okay. All right, here she is. Always give him a kiss.